space to enter your life? Well, if you have, I want to share with you a little story, but also to introduce you to an online learning opportunity that will be available this coming Wednesday, the 23rd of March. But let me start with a proper introduction. I'm Connie Jo Holmes. I'm the owner of BU2BFULL Hypnosis and Coaching, and my mission with my company is to teach individuals how to confidently and courageously go from reacting to life to owning your life. And when you can actually own your life, you are actually empowered. And I really can't think that there's any better feeling in the world than to be truly empowered. And that's what this webinar is about, is how to live an empowered life. But some of the things I'm going to talk about that within this learning opportunity that I'll share with you now is the subject of clearing space for something new to enter. And a lot of times within our life, we have certain areas that can get a little bit clogged up, if you will. And that can definitely be our environment. It can be our relationships. It can be our mindset, our thought patterns. And it can also really be our behaviors, our habits, our routines, that type of thing. And so those are some of the things that we're going to be talking about during this learning opportunity on March 23rd. But what I want to share with you today, so first I hope that you can come to it. The information and the link to it is in the description box below. But also, if you can't make it live, I will be sharing the recording with you, plus a couple of ebooks as well. But even if for some reason you can't join us, I at least want to give you value today in today's video. And that is to talk about how, that concept of you need to let go of certain things for new things to enter your life. And this is very timely because my husband and I are actually moving. So if you can see the junk in the back, every trip that we're taking, we're loading the vehicle with something in it to make use of our trip and the gas, right? But with us moving, you can imagine, and we're actually moving to a smaller house. So, I just have to purge some things. We have to purge some things. But it's very releasing and very healing to actually touch something, to move it, to question, do I need this anymore? Why do I have this? If it gave me pleasure at one time, do I still need it anymore, or is the memory sufficient? But then also think about these things in your life, literally, that maybe you have moved from house to house to house to house that you don't even pay attention to anymore. And then when you literally, physically move it, pick that thing up and take it from point A to point B, that's an extra step. It weighs you down. It takes more time. All of these things. So using that analogy, real life example right now of moving, and then tying it though to this learning opportunity, think about how many things are, that baggage, that thing that we move, from house to house to house with us, that are thoughts, behaviors, habits, and routines that are living in our minds. Something that quite honestly should have been ditched long ago. Even if it's something that you can't, even if it's a memory in your mind, even if it's just to take that learning from that memory so that you can apply it to the future, but that you can let go, of the actual event that's carrying space in your head, especially if it was something somewhat negative. So these are all the things that we're going to talk about during this learning opportunity. But again, for today's, value that I do want to give you is, maybe just think about your thoughts, behaviors, patterns, routines that you continue to live with day in and day out. And just picture yourself, if you literally had to take this limiting belief, if you had to take this really poor habit that you have, and if you had to take it with you from house to house to house, eventually, wouldn't you just ditch it? And then to challenge you to do that in your own mind. Really question, why is this thing hanging around? Why am I going to continue to move this from place to place? And I really trust that when you do that, you will actually say, you know what, no more. I don't need this anymore. Especially if it's some negative event that maybe happened in your life and, you continue to add baggage onto it. Like you allow it to make you think that you're not worthy, that you're not deserving, that you should be disrespected. All these negative things that can add on to an original negative thing. It really makes you start to think about how you can just let all of that garbage go. No longer literally putting it in the back of your vehicle and transporting it from house A to house B. So, all right, I hope that little analogy but real-time example was helpful for you. But also, I really hope to see you on the inside in this learning opportunity. I really, I've given it before, and I got some really great reviews